Wormwood here with Pain Train Guild, and today I'd like to give you some concepts on your DC. I don't want to tell you exactly how to build a DC, but I do want to give you an idea of what to think about when you're building one. You want to think about your ability to heal, your ability to buff, and your ability to defend. My devoted cleric, I went with anointed champion. I've been with anointed champion and divine oracle. I like the anointed champion better, and I'll tell you why. It's because of the blessing of battle. This at will right here, it buffs your fellow teammates when they're attacking the same target that you're attacking. It gives them a defense buff, and we will also see when I do my feats that it buffs their power as well. Also, the anointed army, this negates basically 4 hits, almost completely negates 4 hits, and it also creates your party is immune from any kind of controlled effects while it's active. So it's definitely a plus. Hasting light is something that I keep slotted. It takes 4 seconds off of my teammates' cooldown every time I use a daily power, and I've built around action point gains, so I'm going to be reducing my teammates' cooldown a considerable bit. Hallowed Ground gives you 20% defense and 20% offense, so that's definitely a good one to have. Holy Fervor, I'm going to be popping out those daily, so I definitely want to gain that extra 20% action point that this is going to give me. Again, action point gain, this is all buffing. I'm going to be able to buff everybody, going to increase my healings, increase my recovery. Recovery is very important. I want speed on this. Throw a point down into critical strike. Also, I also have a point here that's going to release a little area of effect heal. Just 1 point, just to see what it does. Basically, this is really important. The damage over time really stacks, and this procs enough that it removes the damage over time. Divine power, you want your divine power to come back as fast as possible. Again, I'm on the bottom path. I'm buffing. This is my buff cleric. Action point gains, little heals and action point gains here when I use my anointed army. It's always a bonus. Allies within 30 feet of me, their power is increased by 10% of my power. I mean, that's great. I'm going to increase everybody's damage by 10% from all sources. Condemning gaze, I'm going to increase everybody's damage by 15% here. So, and then this is just a really good one. This is the path that I like. Avatar of the Divine, that just increases my recovery and just pumps me up and makes me a beast. I've been with all 3 paths. The top, the heal over time. Heal over time is great if you don't want to have to cast healing spells. I did hop up here in the top path, give myself an extra 10% healing. And then this is important, this Battle Fervor. This interacts with the Blessing of Battle, the at will that increases the damage. Well, this one increases the power of my team. This buffs out their power. That's very important. It's a good thing. And then, of course, got a little bit of haste. You got to have that little bit of haste. Now, if you are going to use healing spells, I often don't at all, but I don't really need them. I heal enough. But if I do, this is good. If you use unempowered, then it puts a heal over time effect, which drops that haste on your target. Divine Glow, I use Divine Glow all the time. I actually keep this slotted all the time. This is going to debuff the targets and buff me, plus add a little bit of heal, increases, it's like a lifesteal effect on the targets that are affected by it. So Divine Glow is a must, at least for me right at this point, unless they change it. If you want to shield your teammates, if you have a squishy tank, Astral Shield is really good to use. I normally don't drop Astral Shield unless I have 3 pips floating around me. And when you have 3 pips floating around you, it increases their damage resistance by 3% for each pip off of your health points. So it can increase it quite a bit, 3% for each pip. Based off of your health points, so that's a good one to have. So the basic concept is you want to think about the healing, you want to think about buff, and you want to think about the defense. Exaltation, if you have a squishy tank, you can drop Exaltation on them. That really increases their defense. Again, I like the bottom path, the top path, and the middle path. They're good if you don't want to have to cast healing spells. Top path is good. The middle path is good if you're working with a team that has no defense, but your team should have defense. I'd rather buff their attack and just get done with it fast. So anyway, I hope this video has helped you. I hope you get some good ideas from it, and make sure you subscribe to our page and give us a like and send all your comments in. And we'll see you next time. Fight on.